What's up, guys? Mr. Fitty here, and today it's gonna be a brand new episode of Weirdo Vlogs. So, yeah. So, video game movies have been like having a renaissance era moment with, how successful the Detective Pikachu movie is doing. The Mortal Kombat movies is kind of good. The Sonic movies are really great. The Super Mario Brothers movie are really good, even if they're kind of a bit more inferior than Sonic's movies. So yeah, but there's always like some video game franchises that have potential to make really good movies. Like maybe like Metal Gear, Devil May Cry, God of War. I don't know. Maybe another take on Assassin's Creed that wasn't as awful as the 2016 movie, and possibly a Jack and Daxter movie. Maybe a Halo movie. Even though we already have like a TV series, even though maybe a movie could be better than the Halo TV series. Seriously, so many video game franchises could make a really good movie, but there's like two franchises I'm just really invested seeing like film adaptations on them, which are, you've seen obvious on the background, Crash Bandicoot and Simon the Door. Just kidding. It's Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon. Like, seriously, these two somewhat underappreciatedly beloved franchises might have potential to make a really great, really great movies. Like, yeah, since like the story could be rather simple, just like the Super Mario Brothers movie, but it could be a bit somewhat complex, just like the Sonic the Hedgehog movies. But there's like one question on about it: who's gonna make the Crash Bandicoot movie and the Spyro the Dragon movie? So let's find out on which animation studios could work on it. So first up is Illumination. Well, I might get to skip Disney and Pixar because I don't know if that could happen, because Disney and Pixar don't usually make video game movies. Besides, Disney made the Wreck-It Ralph movies, even through Crash and Spyro didn't make cameos in there. But, animation, I can see them do a good job at the Crash and Spyro movies, even if the Super Mario Brothers movie may not be for everyone, because it didn't have like a very grandiose, great story as the Sonic the Hedgehog movies, which are still the best at being video game movies. So yeah, but it could be fine for me, but it may or may not work for people who think Crash and Spyro movie by Illumination might be a bad idea because they already prefer like another animation studio to work on it. Well, yeah, I can see that, but Illumination can make a pretty good movie. Like, look at freaking Migration or the first two School Me movies, and possibly Sing 1 and 2. They can make a good movie that wasn't a bit corporate and felt a bit generic at best by the story. So yeah, sorry if this fan's gonna be slip off. So yeah, so next animation studio is gonna be Warner Brothers Pictures Animation, or Warner Animation Group, which is the recent animation company by Warner Brothers. And in my opinion, if they're gonna work on a Crash and Spyro movie, there's like a low chance, because seriously, Warner Brothers Pictures just really hate the animation stuff. Like, just look at what they're doing with HBO Max or Warner Max and ruining all the good stuff from Cartoon Network. Like, seriously, do you hate your own roots on animation? Seriously, the Looney Tunes made you popular. Like, gosh dang it. But especially that there be a new Warner Bros. Pictures animation film until 2026, which is like in 2 years from now. Like, seriously, why that 2-year wait? Like, it's gonna be painful. It's gonna make a painful ride to go through. But for them working on this Crash and Spyro movie, the movies based on those two franchises, they could be do a decent job, even if like most of their movies are always like received either like well received or rather mixed negative reviews, even if it's made a good amount of money, like at the box office, like League of Super Pets, even if most people are just either positive or mixed about it, it made a great amount of money. And Lego movie franchise, yeah, that's actually absolutely beloved, yeah. Even through that, the franchise kind of ended with the second movie, the second part, or is it yeah, I think it's called second part. And Universal Pictures takes the realm on making future Lego films, which still excited about the piece by piece, even if it may not be for everyone, even if it's like felt like it's gonna be targeted for adults and kids. So yeah. So anywho, next animation company that could work on a Crash and Spyro the Dragon movie is Paramount Animation. And for like both Warner Bros. Pictures Animation and Paramount Animation always like outsource movies from like different countries, like like Canada, I think, I don't know, like the UK, Russia, Australia, let's say Japan. Even for it's kind of rare they're gonna make the animated films like themselves in house. But for Paramount Animation, yeah, it's kind of obvious because they made the Sonic movies, like for goodness sake, and they could like make a really great Crash Bandicoot movie and Spyro the Dragon movie if they got the right writers and directors. Then the movies could be great. Yeah, the two movies will be great. So yeah, hopefully Paramount Animation will be the ones that could like take on the Crash and Spyro the Dragon films. So yeah. All right. Speaking of, there's another animation company that's like more well known than Paramount Animation, Warner Bros. Pictures is DreamWorks Animation. So yeah, this is kind of another possibility they can make a great Crash and Spyro the Dragon movies, since they always make sometimes bangers or sometimes like okay movies and sometimes like that's not that good. But DreamWorks, they could have like a 50-50 chance of making either a good Crash Bandicoot movie and a Spyro the Dragon movie, or a mediocre one. But it depends if they get the right writers and directors, just like I'll say about the Paramount Animation segment on this vlog. So yeah. And anything else about the company that could work okay on doing a Crash and Spyro movie? A Crash Bandicoot movie and the Spyro the Dragon movie. They always have like really amazing animation on their films. Like Shrek, How to Train Your Dragon, Rise of the Guardians, Madagascar, Kung Fu Panda, Trolls, The Boss Baby, Home, Ants, kind of, and Rise of the Guardians, Over the Hedge, Megamind. Yeah, they can always like make a really great animated film, even if the story can be either good or bad. So yeah. Okay, so last up is gonna be the animation company that is like have like a possible 50-50 chance than DreamWorks, Paramount Animation, Warner Bros. Pictures Animation, and Illumination. And that animation company is Sony Pictures Animation. The Spider-Verse people, the Cloud with the Chance Meatballs people, the Chance Meatballs people, the Hotel Transylvania people, the Smurfs people, the Open Season people, and the Surf's Up people. Those guys. Do I think they could make a really great Crash Bandicoot movie and Spyro the Dragon movie? Heck yes. Sony used to make like Crash and Spyro games, back in their glory days in the 90s, since there was like PlayStation's beloved mascots until like around the 2000s, where they actually like since it's not, they don't own them, but Universal Studios actually owned them until they had like sell them to like other game companies that like experimenting on newer games and their franchises in the post PS1 days. So yeah, Sony Pictures, most particularly Sony Pictures Animation, making a Crash Bandicoot movie and a Spyro the Dragon movie could be perfect. It could be perfect. It's like, seriously, have you seen the Spider-Verse movies and how damn good the animation is, even if its kid caused like seizure problems to some people? Like, yeah, maybe they had to tone down the animation stuff so it won't be like in the same level of animation perfection as the Spider-Verse movies. Yeah. And maybe they had reuse assets from like the current Crash and Spyro games. Mostly Reigniting Trilogy and like It's About Time and Crash Team Rumble, since those are using the newer character designs in the Insane Trilogy. In Reigniting Trilogy, yeah, it's kinda obvious they always like reuse those designs of those characters, so yeah. So I pretty much 100% hoping that Sony Pictures Animation is the most likely candidate to work on a Crash Bandicoot movie and a Spyro the Dragon movie. Like, yeah, that could work. That could freaking work. So yeah. So overall, I pretty much think that Sony Pictures Animation could be the most likely candidate to work on a Crash Bandicoot movie and the Spyro the Dragon movie. Then Paramount Animation, DreamWorks, Warner Bros. Pictures Animation, and Illumination, because says Sony used to own these guys, alongside Universal Pictures, well, Universal Studios, until they kind of like Universal Studios like sell them to other companies, after their partnership with Sony just ended. So yeah, so Sony Pictures working on a Crash Bandicoot movie and a Spyro the Dragon movie, could be perfect, So yeah, that's my Weirdo vlog on who's gonna work on a Crash Bandicoot movie and a Spyro the Dragon movie. The animation companies, by big major movie studios. So yeah, I'm still hoping that a Crash Bandicoot movie and a Spyro the Dragon movie could be great. Almost in the same level of greatness as like the Sonic the Hedgehog movies and maybe the Super Mario Brothers movie. I wonder if Rayman and Kirby could work as animated films or just movies, since there could be like some crazy creativity on those movies, that's at the same level as the games. So yeah. So anywho, guys, I just hope you enjoyed this recent episode of Weirdo Vlogs. So like and comment this video and subscribe for more content. So this is Mr. Freddy here, and I hope you have a very good night. So bye bye.